Hi, in today's episode I'm going to show you how to make this cookbook stand. My name's Casey and this is Snapmaker.
Welcome to Snapmaker.
Alright, so I have our plans here. I kind of drew these up last night and go ahead and bring them up on screen so you can see them a little bit better. Okay, so width-wise it's going to do 3.5 inches. The reason for that is that's about how wide the pallet wood is that I'm going to be using. And 12 inches high, I figured that'd be a decent height just by looking at it to be able to use. Kind of came up with this angle. Figure if I make my wedge the 3 inches by about 3.25, that should go all the way top to bottom. Make 2 of them, I think. Still haven't come, not 100% sure on how I'm joining the wood on the back. I may do arms, little strips that go all the way across, and then I'll tie those in to the triangle piece and do that to hold. So let's get started. All right, so I have my boards over here. I've got some extra ones, got some extra pieces. So let's see here. I see, got some extra pieces, and I've got some boards already selected and everything. So first thing I want to do is cut the bottom off, and then I'm going to measure up and go from there. And I have already gone through and removed all the screws and checked for nails and everything in there. But I'll do it again as I'm just before I make the cut. Because if I don't, I'll end up missing one and ruining my bleed. Alright, so now I have the ends cut off. So my first measurement I'm going to do is 12 inches. And when I do that, I'm going to go ahead and put down a stop block just to make sure that I'm getting the same on each one. Just do that. I just grab a scrap piece of wood and a clamp. Not being like super accurate. So what I'm going to do is I got my ruler. I'll bring that up so it's at the edge here. And dust out. So, okay. Take my stop block, set it on there, bring it up to the ruler. And I like to make the clamp point in, that way it's not sticking out and pointing at me and gonna hit me, whatever. So bring that in, get this out of the way. So now I can do 3 cuts here, and that's gonna give me the same size on each one of them. And I think I'm actually gonna go to 14 inches. Nice. Measured it yesterday, I liked it, now I don't, so. Hey, that's what happens though. Things change. Plus, a little bit different there too. Haha. Okay, so we're gonna bring that up to 14. I'm just using a lay flat ruler, so it just doesn't have the curve. I have talked about it in a prior video, but it's nice because it goes all the way flat down to the surface. So now I can just bring that up, and I think I'm going to like that 14 inches better. So that does affect some of my other measurements a little bit, but no big deal. Okay, have that. Yeah, that looks better. So we're gonna cut. Alright, so that gives us the back. Now I need a strip to go along the bottom, and that one is going to be 2 inches in width. So what I'll do is I will cut the length of it here, and then I'll just go over to my bandsaw and cut that really quick, and I'll cut that off of camera actually. That piece I'm not going to use because it's all split. Let's try this one. So to get my size here, I'm just take those 3 pieces, bring them up to the blade, push it over, bring my stop. There we go. Remember, I'm not worrying about being exact right now. I'm worrying about just having fun and making this work. So that lip is going to be, I actually need 2 2-inch wide pieces that are roughly 11.5 inches long. So let me cut, should be able to get both of them out of here, but I want to get rid of this section on either side here. Make sure I can see that, because this is where the overlap was. I just don't want the nails, so I think this will work good. So I'm going to cut the end piece off here. Now I have a piece that is the same width, it's just too long, so I'm going to take this again to my bandsaw and cut this about the middle. Cut that. Oops. So that's going to sit there. You see that? I'm going to bring it over here. I'm going to lay this down a minute. Okay. I don't need any more. Okay, so that'll go here. And then this will sit right there. It's a nice, healthy, let's catch one of them. Plenty of room for a full-size cookbook. So there we go. All right. So these I'll end up screwing together. Whoops. That there. That like that. Those I may use. Actually, let me check something. Dowels it is. That's how we're going to join all this together. So that means that start drilling some holes. So once I get it all together, and then I'll go ahead and sand it down a little bit, smooth it out, and then get it all together and finish it once it's all together. And then we're going to use some blue tape as a depth stop. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the depth so it goes about that far in. However, that is, let me measure it real quick, 1/2 inch depth, 1/4 inch pins. I believe they're 1 inch long, right? Yeah, so that should be good. So this will end up locking the bottom together as well, because I'll put a pin in each one, glue, see what I can do up here. I don't want it looking too worked. I want to keep the natural, and then I'll seal it and protect everything with shellac. So okay. So I'm going to do the bottoms first, because this I can hide the easiest. And that I'm just going to do trace out what the depth is here. go right there for that one. Okay, there you go. There's one. Do the same thing for the other two. There we go. Okay, so we got those three. Now how do we get those holes to here? It's actually easy. I've got this little doodad. What it is it's the size of the dowel and it has a sharp point on the end to mark. So I'm going to do the first one, just push everything against the wall, kind of line it up by feel with my fingers, and then just push down. Now I've got a registration mark. Make sure you can see that. Push here. Yeah, you can see it right there. So now I know where I need to drill. So again, you can drill that by hand. Down to my tape, come back out. So for this, I'm going to take this one, move it to the second one now, and then there, I'm going to grab a dowel. Dowel. I'm going to drop it in that hole, drop it in this hole. So now those are lined up. I can take this one here, there we go, push them all back against, push back, and I'm just going to press. Take that out. Now I got the second one. Go the second one. There we go. Take that out, place it in the third one, drop a pin in the second one, line those up, line that up, everything lines up, press, lift that out. I did not get, ooh, I wonder if that's falling right on that. Okay, battery's full. There it is. Right where that knot is. But I can see it right here. Just right there. So I'll go ahead and pull that marker out. Dowel in that one. Drill this one. Okay. So now that's holding that all together. See? So it gives that. And then what I can do up here, I'm going to flip this over. And take this. I know it's not the same size. It's close. So it's enough to lift it up. Get everything kind of even. And I'm going to do something very similar to put pins in the dowels in the back, but I'm just going to grab a straight edge and draw a line, and then we'll get those in. Probably didn't even need to do this part to draw a straight line. So what I'll do is I'll drill into one, and then basically that, and I'll get my marks on the other side. So I'm going to take the center one out. side. Put that down. And push. Remove it from this one. Put it in that one. Line everything back up. Push. Get out. Grab 2 more dowel. Get that one out. Let's see where this is splitting. This is the one drawback about using reclaimed wood, especially here in Arizona. If it sits outside too long, oh boy, does it get dry. There we go. Now, we're at. Okay. So I could leave the bottom off as well, but I want to put a nice little lip on there so that it'll help to keep the pages in line. I don't want it that high though. I don't know. Could do just a little tiny lip. We'll do that. Okay. So again, same thing. And drill a couple spots. And 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. We'll start on this side. 1. On the bottom, by fingers to line it up. And push. Drill. Okay, 3 more dowels. Take the pan out, move it to the next spot. Dowel in, down, mark it, put the B. The other one for baby and me. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. There's that one. So this is actually a pretty quick build. Okay, pull that out again, another dowel, okay, so we got that. I'm going to add, I can see where this is cracking on the back. I'm going to add some glue to that when I glue everything up. So we got that. Now that's all that's left is the stand. So if we go, I don't want too far back, so go about there, and take measure. So 14 is too much, 13 and 7/8. What was that originally? 11 3/4. Yeah, about right. I made it 2 inches longer, so tilt it a little bit more. Let's go. Let's go 13.5 inches long. I can do this. Because then that gives me roughly, smaller tape measure here, 3 3/4, and the boards are 3 3/4, so I might be a solid, nice and easy. Easy peasy. Okay. So what did I say? 13 3/4. Gotta remember that. 13 3/4. So I'm gonna move this over here. And away for now. I'll take the last board that we have. And we're gonna do this the right way. Measure first, cut later, not cut and then measure. Excuse me. Okay. Let's cut that. Now this is the hard part. I need to cut corner to corner. So I could do on here, stick this in the corner, stick that on the corner, and do that. And I think that would be okay. I think that's what I'm going to do. Now we got that. Go ahead and drop the blade down. There you go. Go like that. And that's going to be pretty darn sturdy. The other option I could do on either side, and then once I have them on there I can sand the bottom to straighten everything out, and then it's double sturdy. I think that might be a smart idea. I kind of like the one though. While I ponder the situation, I'm going to get some glue. I'm going to go ahead and glue this up, and then once it's dry, we will go and I gotta get the Snapmaker switched over to laser, and then I'll show you how we use the camera on the Snapmaker to lay out where we want the laser etch to go, because I do want to do something on there. But before I do that, I do need to get this glued together and sand it up some and ready for that. So, all right, see you in a little while. All right, so the wood is just about done drying, and I actually have taken the clamps off of it and I put it on the Snapmaker, have that converted it over for the laser. So now we need to set up to have it etch in the character that my client wants on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and connect, and I've actually already pre-connected so I don't have to run back there. And we're going to go to the laser, and then this time, because I want it to go in a specific spot, we're actually going to do camera capture. And I've already done this. I did it ahead of time so we didn't have to wait. So here we go. I just use that one. So it places that on there. And I just want to add, not that. I'll go to editor. I'm going to add a B. Just way, way, way down there. We're going to make that about like that. So it's nice because it gives us a picture of what we're working with and what our placement's going to be on there. I think I do need to recalibrate it because this side's lining up, but it doesn't look like this side's lining up very well. But this should be okay. So put a B in there, so we can go to process. And there we go, there's the B. I'm going to go and select it over here. I want it to go ahead and fill. I'm going to go to 10 dots per millimeter. 1 jog speed, work speed, 144 millimeters per minute. We're going to do one fixed power though. Leave that. So that should be it. So it's very straightforward. But just having that camera setting helps out immensely. So we're going to send that over to the workspace. We can zoom out. And now we're going to go ahead and send that to the device via the Wi-Fi. Alright, so we're over here at the Snapmaker in its new location. So it is set up that the door needs to be closed. What was that? Height 19.8 millimeters. So we need to say over here, and we're going to go yes. Ready. Look at that. 2 hours and 31 minutes for a B. Ready. Auto mode. Material thickness. Dang it. What did I just say? This is what happens when you get old. You forget stuff. 19.8. Right? Yeah. 19.8. That's what we're going to do. So we go 19. Seven, 8. There we go. Next. Doors closed. See? Doors are closed. Next. So that's already set up. And I'm just going to run a boundary so you can see where we're going. No. So we need to set to 0, 0, 0 for X and Y. So that's what I'm doing right now. And we're going to set that as our origin. And test that now. Whoa. There we go. Now we're going to run the boundary. There we go. Once home is in the right home, then we should be good to go. And then we're going to go ahead and start. And we wait forever, 2.5 hours, so I'm not going to record the whole thing. So you'll see it when it's done, and then we'll finish the assembly. Alright, talk to you in a little while. Okay, it's the next day. Took 4 hours for it to finish instead of 2 hours like it initially said it was going to do. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. So I have already sanded it, smoothed it out and everything. So what that's left is attaching the base permanently, attaching the back piece permanently, and I am going to go with just the one, and then I have to put some shellac on there, and so I'm going to finish it so that way keep from getting splinters and whatnot, because this is very dry wood, and where it's going is a fairly humid area, and I don't want it to create too many splinters and whatnot. So right. Alright, so the glue's dried. I did have to do some sanding to get it to balance just a little bit right there. So now I'm just going to finish it up with some shellac. Just gonna let that sit for a while, and then I'll come back out, sand it a little bit, and do another coat. All right, see you when we're done. All right, so I've applied the last coat of shellac. It's still drying, but it's been on for about 15 minutes now. So this is what we ended up with. So, but there we go. All in all, it took about, probably 2.5 hours labor-wise to make it. Just took a long time waiting for the glue to dry, waiting about an hour in between each coat of the shellac. So I mean, it's an all-day project, maybe even a 2-day, depending on how long you need to wait on your glue and depending on where you live. Here in Arizona, it's pretty dry right now, so things dry pretty quick. So if you like the build, please go ahead and give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and go ahead and click that little bell icon so that you get notified when new videos come out. Greatly appreciate it if you would. Helps me out. helps you out so you know when a new video comes out. So have a wonderful day. Bye.